All right, good morning or afternoon. We are dividing today. We have done dividing on our disc model, and we've also started to use the standard algorithm using does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers? So here we go. When we divide, we are going to use three words, right, that we have learned in our vocab. So the three numbers that are in our division sentence follow along with this paragraph up here. All right, dividing means taking the dividend. We filled that one in for you. Okay, that's that first big number, right? We're taking the dividend and breaking it up into smaller groups using the what? What breaks something up into smaller groups? We're taking that big number, that whole number, breaking it up using the, divisor. So I'm going to write divisor in here. All right. Each group has a certain number in it, and that is called the blank. All right, so you take the dividend, you break it up using the divisor, and how many pieces are in each group is called the quotient. So we're going to put quotient right here. Quotient. All right, guys, somehow I stopped recording. So what I want you to do, okay, is I want you to fill out your tens and ones chart for 75. All right. And then when you've got it, come back. Okay, stop the video, come back and look at mine. Okay, hopefully you got a tens and ones chart that looks like this. All right. And I had 7 tens that I broke into 3 groups, 2, 4, 6, and I had 1 left over, but that doesn't count as a remainder in the tens place. It counts as I need to decompose it, right? I can't use it as a 10. I have to use it as ones. So I crossed it out and I moved it over to my ones place as 10 ones right here. All right. And I noticed that I had 5, 10, 15, right? Because I had 5 here already and I added 10 to it. That gives me 15 ones that I'm splitting up into 3 groups. 15 divided by 3 is 5. I know that problem. 15 divided by 3 is 5 groups. So there's 5 in each, which means that I am going to have 25 in each group, right? So 75 divided by 3 is 25. No leftovers, no remainder. All right, so now we're going to try the standard algorithm. All right, I'm going to write my steps right beside it. You don't have to because they're at the top of your paper, but when you're doing this on your own, okay, it's a good idea to have the steps written so that you can go through them. All right, I'm going to look at 3, and I'm going to see how many times does 3 divide, because divide is my first step, divide into 7. If I said 7 divided by 3, I would skip count by 3, right? I would say 3, 6, 9. Oh, 9 puts me over 7. So that means 3 goes into 7 2 times. All right. So I'm going to put a 2 here. That's my divide step. It's how many times 3 goes into 7. Okay. Now I go on to my multiply step. That's the next one. 3, my divisor, times that 2 is 6. Okay. And if you look back over at your tens side, you'll see that you used 6 tens on the tens side, right? You put 2 tens in each group, and you've used 6. So now my next step is subtracting. Okay, so that was the multiplying. 3 times 2 is 6. Now I'm going to subtract because I want to see how many tens I used. Well, I had 7 to use. I used 6, so I had 1 left over. That's that 1 that I had to decompose, right? And I have to check, does 3 go into 1? No, and that's a good thing. All right, that check step is really important that I get the answer no. 3 does not go into 1. Okay. That means I can decompose it. I can't use it in the 10 side. I have to decompose it. So to decompose it, I'm going to bring down the 5, which means now I have 15 ones. Okay. Now what I do is I go back to the top of my list of steps and I go back to divide. How many times does 3 go into 15? Well, we know from our ones chart that 15 divided by 3 was 5. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. Then I multiply. Next step, 3 times that 5, right? This 3, divisor, times the 5 that I just put there. How many of those pieces did I use? I used 15 of them. So I'm going to put 15 here. Then I subtract. I get 0. I had 0 leftovers. Check. Does 3 go into 0? Nope. Is there any other numbers to bring down? Nope. When I have 0 at the bottom, I am definitely done because I have no remainder. My answer is 25. Okay, so I want you to do your tens and ones chart. Okay, I already wrote in for you 43 on example 2. Oh, no, I didn't. I messed up, didn't I? All right, so we need to erase, cross out all those pieces. I didn't mess up. I actually did it correct. I don't know what I was thinking. 49 is what number I am writing, right? So I have 4 tens and 9 ones. For once, I didn't mess up. Okay, so I have 49, and I'm going to break it into 3 groups. I want you to do that on your own and then come back to the video. Okay, so pause the video and come back. Okay, hopefully you went through and you found that you had 1 10 for each of the tens. All right, you had to decompose the 4th one. You put the 10 over here in the ones, all right, which gave you 19 because you had 9 here and then 10 more, so you had 19. 19 divided by 3, well, it doesn't divide evenly, right? So I dropped down, see if 18 would work. 18 divided by 3, I know is 6, so I can put 6 dots in each row, but that leaves 1 left over, right? Because I used 18 of the dots, 1 left over. So my answer would be 16, remainder 1. My quotient is 16. My remainder would be 1. Okay? So now we're going to look at the standard algorithm. All right? Again, I'm going to zoom in. You're going to be able to see your chart there, but I want to make sure you can see this. All right, so we are going to look at divide is the first step, multiply, subtract, check, bring down. Okay, how many times does 3 go into 4? 3 goes into 4 1 time. I can skip count by 3 1 time, and then I'm going to be past 4, right? 3, 6, 6 is past 4. So I'm going in 1 time. All right, I'm going to multiply. 3 times 1 is 3. I'm going to subtract. 4 minus 3 is 1. I'm going to check. Does 3 go into 1? No, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. I'm going to bring down, right? That's my decomposing. Bringing down to make it 19. 19. How many times does 3 go into 19? Well, it goes in there 6 times, right? Because if I skip counted by 3, 3, 6, using my fingers, 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 21. 21 puts me past 19, so I have to go 6 times. All right. Oh, wait, did I do that right? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So that would be 6 times. All right. That was my divide step because I went back up to the top to go back to divide, right? Now I'm going to multiply. That 3 times 6 is 18. All right. Now I'm going to subtract because that's the next step. 19 minus 18 is 1. I'm going to check. Does 3 go into 1? No, sirree, Bob, and you do not want it to. Okay. That's a good thing. Now I'm going to go to bring down. Is there anything left to bring down? Nope. So this is my remainder. So up here I would put R1. My answer is 16, remainder 1. Awesome job, guys. Hopefully you could hear everything. I apologize if anything was messy. We're going to keep practicing and keep practicing and keep practicing, and we're not going to get frustrated. Okay? It is time consuming. It is going to take a long time, and it is okay. All right? So, have a wonderful day. I would love for you to try a couple problems, and you might even have some at your station that you need to try using your standard algorithm. Remember to use your hamburger. Okay? Have a great day.